Welcome back, football fam. It is time for the GillyBoys Big Board update. It's going to be our top 65. There's two rounds plus one. This is going to be our post NFL Combine Big Board. A lot of shaking and moving on this one. Didn't really punish guys too much for not having strong workouts, but I did reward guys for having really good workouts. Uh, there were some exceptions to the rule, but we'll get to that. Tyler, let's start this thing off with the top 10. Uh, before we start, any guesses on to what it's gonna look like as far as the top 10 goes?
Top 10. You gotta have three Ohio State players. I told you that from the jump. We know your two Miami guys there. Don't know why David Bailey might be in there, but we'll see. Sh- sh-
Let's just jump into it because you better start hating. Here's a top 10. We still got Caleb Downs, number one. You got Jeremiah Love sitting there two, Spencer Fano at three, Arvell Reese, a lot more athletic than I thought. At four, Sonny Styles at five, Ruben Bain did not work out at six, David Bailey a lot faster than I thought he was at seven, Francis Mauanoa is eight, Caleb Banks jumps all the way up to nine. That's more projection ranking on my behalf. And Mansour Delane is 10th from LSU. Your thoughts?
it's a good top 10. I don't think I would change anything. I'm a David Bailey hater, but I'm biased. I guess he's right where he's at. Uh, Caleb Banks moved up a lot.
Hold on. I was impressed with the workout, man. 6'6", 330 plus. They can run and move like he can. You're not gonna find that everywhere. So there's a couple guys, D tackle wise, that I moved up a lot because of their size and their ability to move, their athletic ability. So I want to reward that. Um, I also like to add that Arvell Reese said he wants to play edge, but he worked out with linebackers, I believe. So there's that. He didn't work out with the edges. He did linebacker drills and he worked with linebackers. Take for that as you will. But I did move him up. I also moved Sonny Styles up. And
He impressed.
yeah, he impressed a lot. He kind of stole the show a little bit. But I'll let you have it. I'll let you go off on some things.
Yeah, so I'm surprised to see Ruben Bain that low. I thought he would be up a little bit more because that's your guy and you love him. But Spencer Furneaux, I remember you saying you liked him more than Mount Noah, so you're still being consistent. I see that. So is Monster Lane really the top number 10 prospect?
I believe so. He was already top 10 in the last ranking. He actually fell one spot. He was nine. He fell to 10. Uh, NFL Network still has him in the top 10. ESPN has him in the top 20. PFF has him in the top 20. So yeah, I think he's a top 10 guy. Now it might be somebody else on the list that you might have something to say about, but I went all out for him, and I put him in the 11 through 20 range. We'll talk about him in a second. Ruben Bain, I didn't really want to drop him, but I feel like those guys that worked out had really strong workouts, headlined by Jeremiah Love.
Mm-hmm.
Did not realize he was as fast as he was, so he got a big bump up. He moved up from well, not a big bump, but he moved up from like four. Yeah, he was three. He moved to two. Uh, and Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles moved up.
And I like
Strong
it.
workout.
I like it.
Three Ohio State guys in the top five. Can't
Very,
believe it did it.
very,
Plus a Notre Dame guy.
very strange, but it's warranted. So
Yeah. Well, if that's all to do about the top 10, let's take it on down to 11 through 21. Starting at number 11, this is the guy I was talking about, Chris Johnson from San Diego State, the cornerback. We'll talk about him in a second. I have Cardell Tate at 12, Colton Hood 13, Kenyon Sadiq 14 from Oregon, Jordan Tyson at 15. By the way, his medicals checked out. They say it's all soft tissue stuff. There's nothing major going on. 16, Fernando Mendoza from Indiana. 17, Ty Simpson from Alabama. 18, Jerron McCoy for Tennessee, 19 and 20, Makai Lemon and Casey Concepcion, respectively, from USC and Texas A&M. I'll let you go. Where you want to start?
Uh, I think Tate should be 11. That's just me. I think he's just that dude to me, man. King and Sadiq could probably be 12. The way he's a freak athlete. He could make an argument he's 12, but nothing too concerning. I wish we know Mendoza's getting picked first, so I guess that's why he's number above Tyson Simpson because he's getting picked first. So there's that. So that's about it, man. Everything else looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I want to say Cardell Tate is down. From he was 7 last time. He dropped to 12, but it's not based on anything he did. It's based more on what other players did, was why
Yeah,
they got to move up.
yeah,
He did not run routes, so kind of dropped him a little bit for that. Like I said, Arvell Reese was 8th. He moved up to the top 10, so they took a spot. Um, Mustard Delane, all that. Jordan Tyson moved down because he didn't do anything. He did do the bench press. He dropped from 10 to 15, though. But like I said, the medicals checked out. They said no lingering damage there. Makai Lemon, he went from 11 to 19. Nothing based on what happened on the field, even though he did drop some passes. That kind of alarmed me a little bit. So he did drop from 11 to 19, but it's mostly his interview stuff that came out, said he was a little weird, stuff like that. You
yeah,
can see from the photo. He was trying to persuade one look, but it came out the wrong way. They did say people from his area just kind of they kind of tough and rough, and that's how he is, and I respect that. The guy got 11, Chris Johnson. I put him there because the big knock on him was what can he run? Is he fast? Is he fast enough to play corner in the NFL? Well, he ran a 4.4, so that proved to me he's fast enough to play corner. That's basically the only position I care about, the 40 time. And yeah, he did good to me. So I knew the coverage skills were there. He finished second in coverage as far as cornerbacks were concerned. He graded out number 2. Now he shows you that he has the speed to play it. So he got one of the biggest jumps in the rankings. But anybody else want to talk about in 11 through 20? Kansas D, Vernon Davis 2.0. I'm seeing it. Didn't see it before, starting to see it now. So shout out to him. Also, Casey Concepcion supposedly has a drop problem. Did not show up at the combine. Caught everything that came his way.
yeah. Interesting to see number 18, Jermon McCoy there. But like I said, we're not penalizing it. We're not penalizing guys for not participating. Just hope that he is healthy though, because we gotta know that he is healthy.
I'm pretty sure he probably dropped off of certain guys or certain teams' draft board. Last update, he was 15. This one, he's 18. But like I said, didn't drop because of. I mean, he didn't do anything. So Fernando Mendoza stayed at 16, by the way.
Yeah, I saw our boy Ty
Moving
Simpson went up.
moving on to 21 through 30. 21, we got Mr. Peter Woods. He's down from 14 where he was last ranking. We got Vega Anoy from Penn State coming in at 22. He is also down. He was at 17. Dylan Thielman, he's moved up all the way up to 23. Avion Terrell's at 24. Keldrick Falk, the edge out of Auburn, he's 25. Monroe Freeling comes in at 26 from Georgia. Hearing a lot of top 10 buzz for him. Max and I'm sorry trying to say it. And Hanker, I can't even say it. Big Max. There it is. Big Max out of Arizona State is at 27. 28, we got TJ Parker, followed by Keem Mesidor. And another big riser, Daryl Jackson Jr. out of Florida State comes in at 30. I'll let you go.
Yeah, man. Now this list I can get down with. I think everybody, I think everybody's in the right spot. Uh, you cook with this one.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Shout out to Dylan Feeleman. Didn't realize he was as fast as he was.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, he's. I don't think Harrison Smith this fast, so we got to find another comp for him. Avion Terrell, he was 20th last time, 24 this time. No big difference. Monroe Freeland, 5 more quicker feet than I thought. So shout out to him for that. Max, Big Max showed up and showed out at the combine as expected. Daryl Jackson really showed what he had. He's a 6'6", 330 pound plus guy. Except he's lean, like literally, he's lean. Like he's a thin guy, but he long arms, solid build, uh, smooth mover. Somebody's getting steal. I would not be surprised calling it now if Derrick Jackson goes in the first round.
Man, I think this whole list could be steals. To be honest with you,
Shout out to these guys. Uh, got anything to say about it before we move on to 31 to 40?
I think TJ Parker might be the biggest steal out of all these guys.
I like TJ Parker, man. I know things that happen this year might leave a bad taste in people's mouth, but as soon as the season ended, he kind of turned it on, switched on the switch, and he's like he's been killing it everywhere he's gone as far as postseason is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for that. Moving on to 31 through 40. Gonna start the thing off with number 31, Brandon Cisse from South Carolina. 32, Mr. Chris Brazel out of Tennessee. 33, safety Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo. We got 34, we got Chris Bell from Louisville. He will probably miss the year with the ACL injury.
Mm-hmm.
35, Caleb Lamou from Utah. 36, we got Caden McDonald from Ohio State, followed by 37, Cassius Howell. 38, AJ Halsey, that's the safety out of LSU. 39, Christian Miller from Georgia, not as high on him as a lot of other teams are. And number 40, Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana.
Breaking
I'll let you go.
news. Breaking news. Devin Lloyd has signed with the Carolina Panthers. Dressed in the linebacker position. Big need. Congratulations to the Carolina Panthers.
All right. What you think about this?
Omar Cooper Jr. I still don't see it, man. Like, I get he had a good year, but I still don't see it. AJ Halsey, slow. Did not think he was that slow. I thought he was a
Yeah.
little faster than what he was, but he did not.
He's a big dude, though, man. He's 200, almost 230 pounds.
I mean, yeah. More like a safety linebacker hybrid, but
So he's going to be a linebacker, most likely. For his career, he'll be a linebacker.
we know that's a bad build, but hey, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, that guy can ball. Great combine. Chris Brazel, I need you to see some routes, Chris Brazel. I need to see some routes.
Kind of disappointed he didn't run routes. He said in his interviews that he could and how they don't run the same offense anymore and people are going to see that. Well, he didn't run routes, so that kind of bothered me. He did run a blazing fast 40 time. I give him credit for that. I don't know what it was because I don't really care that much, but it was a nice little speed. I think it was like 4.3 something.
It was like 4.37, I think.
Yeah, 4.37. So shout out for that. He moved up from 39 up to 32. If he'd ran routes, probably moved up some more.
Probably would have.
You got to show.
So he probably would have. It's just when you're a receiver. Like we talked about this the other day, and we talked about it with Cornell Tate. We don't have to see you really do much at the combine if we know your film speaks for itself. But for Chris Brazel, his film don't speak. So we gotta see what you can do.
Yeah. I still think he's worth the second round pick though. So, and Omar Cooper Jr. Was ranked 40th in the last ranking, ranked 40th in this ranking. So he held his ground.
He did. He didn't get moved off the list like this one guy should have. But we'll talk about that later.
Moving on to the next list, we got 41 through 50. We got Mr. Ted Hurst out of Georgia State. That's wide receiver, followed by Jacoby Lane from USC, also wide receiver. Blake Miller from Clemson. Lee Hunter, defensive tackle, Texas Tech. R. Mason Thomas, the edge, Oklahoma. Keith Albany, cornerback, Arizona State. Tight end, Eli Stovers from Vanderbilt. I like that guy. Nickelback, D'Angelo Pons, Indiana. Might play on the outside, but I think he's a nickel.
Yeah, I think
and number 40, 49 and 50, we got Denzel Boston from Washington at 49, followed by Jennings Dunker from Iowa, who I graded off as an inside lineman. because I don't think his future's at tackle.
It's
So
nice. He's a guard. He's definitely a
yeah, so
guard.
I graded him off that, and he kind of got a little bump. So
He's
here he
definitely
is.
he's definitely a guard. Denzel Boston, buddy, you're off the list. I'm sorry. We're gonna make that change later on because you did yourself no favors. Eli Stowers, you did a great job. Keith Abney potentially could be the best corner in this draft. Potentially, like he's that good. He's that damn good. Ted,
Can I say one?
yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Ted Hurst is gonna shock a lot of people, man. Like he's gonna shock a lot of people.
I'm ready to see what Ted Hurst has. He didn't get a big bump, but he got a little bit of a boost there in the rankings. I want to see more. He kind of blended in a little bit, and that kind of let me down. I didn't want to see him blend in.
Yeah.
So
Did he blend in because we know he's good though?
yeah, possibly.
Because if he was bad, you would have said, "Oh, he definitely didn't blend in."
Yeah. Another guy who actually moved up, who I'm trying to figure out where I really want to rank him, because I want to rank him. I want to rank him higher than this. And that's Jacoby Lane. I put him at 42. I kind of put him right there with Ted Hurst because
Mm-hmm.
like I need to see really which one of those guys are better. Jacoby Lane had a real good combine, smooth route runner, nice stride. He did great in the gauntlet drill.
He
He
did
stayed right on the
great.
line. He caught everything they threw out, and he finished his route. So I like that. I don't remember what his 40 time because again I don't really care. So can't tell you what that was, but he looks fast.
Yeah,
So I like
him and KC Concepcion had the best scholar to me. They both had the best one.
yeah. If you had to pick, you needed wide receivers the second round, or you trying to decide between Ted Hurst and Jacoby Lane, which way you going?
Which one's taller? I can't remember which. I think it's Ted Hurst taller, I believe.
I know Jacoby Lane is like 6'3", 6'4". Ted Hurst
Yeah.
like 6'2", 6'3", so it's around the same size.
Give me Jacoby Lane because I seen him do it against tougher competition.
What if I throw Chris Browser in the mix?
Jacoby Lane.
Jacoby Lane, still Jacoby Lane.
Yeah.
That's what I was probably thinking. I'm trying to because I wanted to move him up higher. I was like, do I want to compare him to Chris Browser or do I want to compare him to Ted Hurst? So
See, I was
Jacoby Lane,
I
he
was
might be getting.
I was shocked Chris Brazel was still that high after not running the routes.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't want to punish people for
Yeah.
not too much. One guy who did drop, that was Lee Hunter. I knew he wasn't an athlete. He went from 38 to 44, but he really had a horrible combine. Like you see him, he looks the part in the photo there, but on the field, just did not move well. If you're talking about personality, you probably want this guy in your locker room, but he graded out, I think it was 40 defensive tackles. He graded out 39th on an athletic scale, which that was
Ooh.
next to last. And based on what he did on the field, is the only reason he stayed on the list. If I didn't have like my eyes on him during the season and saw what he did,
Mm-hmm.
no way he'd have made this again. But yeah, he got to work out in his pro day, do something little something different. No bend, uh, no hip movement, feet like stone. Yeah, not a good look.
He's gonna have to go to
Couldn't
the
run.
he's gonna have to go to the right situation because he can't be the guy.
Yeah, he gonna need some. He gonna need some. Probably need a guy next to him. He gonna need another D tackle next to him. But yeah, 6'4", 330, and it don't look like those other guys that I was talking about earlier. Daryl Jackson and Caleb Banks. So Lee Hunter, I'm sorry, but yeah, I dropped you based off what I saw at the combine. I mean, you were the exception to that. So I apologize for that, but it is what it is. Your thoughts on anybody else on the list?
I was gonna say don't apologize, Lee Hunter. Just do better.
I agree. Denzel Boston, another guy that had a real bad combine. I did not like what I saw at all. I wanted to take him all the way off the list, but I'm trying to give the man benefit of the doubt of what I saw in Washington during the season. So he stayed on, but he had a big drop. Ain't no way. I'm doing him just like I did Eli Stovers. I mean, not Eli Stovers, Elijah Surratt. No way this guy name should be mentioned anywhere near the first round. He's lucky to go in the second round.
I'm
Him and Elijah Surratt, probably two of the most overrated wide receivers in the class to me right now. Based off what I saw. Elijah Sherrod, I already didn't believe in. Now I don't believe in Denzel Boston.
I'm telling
But
you, man.
I'll let you.
I'm telling you, like that Oregon game turned me off of him, bro. Like if you're the number one receiver on a college football team, no matter who you're going against, you get yours, right? Especially in college. And he didn't do a lick of nothing.
Yeah,
I think,
not
and I think he
impressed.
had some drops that game.
Probably did. One guy who did impress me athletically, that was Mr. Eli Stovers. If I can just go to his stuff real quick, because he had some pretty impressive numbers I want to talk about.
43-inch long vertical jump was.
I was more than that.
Mm,
Vertical 45 and a half.
sorry.
That's a record for tight ends. Broad jump 11.3, record for tight ends. And he had a 4.51 40-yard dash. Second, I think that was like top three in tight ends or whatever. I don't know, but still, that the athletically tested off the charts, and he already has a prototypical size 6'4", 240, and you know this man got good strong hands. So Eli Stovers, welcome to the party. Can you work your way into the first round? That's what we need to see. So I think he can. I think on his athletic profile alone, he probably finds his way in the back end of the first round. I think with a couple teams. I think we did a mock draft. Y'all should check out. I think he went in the first round in that mock. So y'all should go back and check out our
I
latest
think I
mock
think he did.
and see where Eli Stovers landed. I know exactly where he landed. He went to a really good team. So y'all should check it out. Moving on in the list, 51 through 59. Let's start off with Mr. Gabe Jacques from Illinois, followed by Keontae Scott from Miami, Jake Golday from Cincinnati, Jeremy Bernard, Alabama, 54, Romello Height at 55, Connor Liu, interior lineman / center from Auburn, Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas, Kyle Lewis, linebacker from Pittsburgh, and Carson Beck, quarterback from Miami. I'll let you go.
Let me ask you this: are we
Mm-hmm.
saying Anthony Hill Jr. is better than Kyle Lewis? Is that what we think?
I'm saying I can't really tell these two guys apart right now.
Okay, because I can't either. But
I would probably favor the guy in the picture though. That's Kyle Lewis.
yeah, I was gonna say I favor Kyle Lewis just a little bit, but you can't go mad with either one. But I think I favor Kyle Lewis a little bit. I'm not a Romello Height guy. I don't see it. Jermaine Bernard, he is gonna be he. Okay, I like this list, but I would take Romello Height off. Just completely honest with you.
Okay. I would say this by Anthony Hill Jr. and Kyle Lewis. Kyle Lewis 6'2", 220. Anthony Lewis 6'2", 240. 2 inches, 20 pounds. Maybe that's the difference. But maybe that's why I put him ahead of him. That's probably what it was. But I would say Kyle Lewis, 4.53 and a 40. But that's not what's important. He had a 10-yard split that was .58. That is exactly what you want from a linebacker. That's elite type of level. He had a 39.5-inch vertical and a 10.9 broad. So Kyle Lewis,
Athlete.
you're an elite athlete. So I think he's another guy that could be shooting at the boards when they start doing the pro days and their workouts, private workouts with team. Look for a guy like Kyle Lewis may find his way in the first round.
Do you like Keontae Scott better than Pons, or do you like Pons better?
Keontae Scott didn't work out. I know he's recovered from some injury stuff at the end of the season, so I do understand it.
Right.
Keontae Scott does have a 1-year production at Miami.
Pons has two.
So I came into the combine favoring Scott, but after seeing Pons work out, and Pons had, if I can just swing back to him real quick.
I do know
I didn't
Pons
write
is a
it.
2-time All-American, which is impressive.
He did have I think he had over a 40-inch vertical too, so
Damn.
which means he's explosive, and he's only 5'9",
Yeah.
182 pounds. So I would say Scott probably more better all around player with the blitz ability and stuff like that. But maybe Pons is better right now.
I think I'm leaning towards Pons too.
Yeah. I think after the combine, after seeing how explosive Pons was, I think he probably jumped him a little bit. What's your thoughts on Jake Godet? I'm hearing first round buzz for this guy, but honestly, I don't think he's a first round guy.
I'll be
I
honest with you,
think he's a second.
I don't know much about Jake Godet because when I was watching Cincinnati, I was watching Sorsby. But I might out. He's at 53, so I might need to go back and watch a little something, something. But he ain't my boy Jacob Rodriguez. I'll tell you that right now.
Speaking of which, we can have a discussion. Can we just talk about Kyle Lewis and Anthony Hill Jr.? We can have a discussion with the next guy on the list at linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez at 60. Should he be ranked ahead of Anthony Hill Jr. and Kyle Lewis? Followed by 61, Zane Durant, a little sawed off, 6 feet, 280. But we talking about an elite athlete and our favorite athletes, I must say that. 62, I have Caden Proctor. And the reason he's on this list is because I graded him as an interior offensive lineman. And I think that's the only way he's going to make my list. I just don't see it at tackle. 63, we got CJ Allen. Wasn't a CJ Allen believer in the first place. Then he didn't work out, so he had a big drop. 64, Dennis Sutton from Penn State. I don't know if y'all remember, but coming into the season, this was the guy everybody was saying is going to be the top edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it that much during the season. He had a really strong combine, so give him some credit for that, and I moved him up. Dennis Sutton did have a 4.3640 with a 1.6310 yard split. That's right what you want. He had a 39.5 inch vertical, 10.11 in the broad jump. So, hey, gotta put some respect on that. And at 65, I just had to find another running back to put on the list. Someone with the guy with the best workout. Mike Washington Jr., welcome to the party. You are number 65. You are the +1. And there you have it. Tell me what you think.
Oh yeah, man. To answer your question, Jacob Rodriguez should be above Anthony Hill Jr. We're gonna fix that. Don't worry, guys. Caden Proctor he's a guard, but if you're having problems at tackle, plug him in and see what happens. Because if you're having a problem, you can't get much worse, right? So you gotta see what you can do. So he's one of those guys that can play all on the offensive line, I'll say. So that's gonna help him out a lot. CJ Allen, we talked about him enough. Zane Durant really surprised us. The speed. So I think great list.
Appreciate that. But yeah, Zane Durant, that's 6 foot. I think it's 6 foot, 6'1". Didn't realize he was that short, so that was a little alarming. Other than that, I kind of liked it.
He's short and big, so
Mike Washington Jr., 4.340, 1.5 in the 10-yard split, 39-inch vert, 10.8 in the broad jump. He jumped 10.8, and Dennis Sutton jumped 10.11 and a half inch further in the vertical. So that's why I put Dennis Sutton on the list. Like, everybody was raving about Mike Washington's combine, and Dennis Sutton had even better workout. So hey,
I guess for his size, I guess.
For his size, he jumped higher and farther than the most athletic running back who had a 10.0 grade as far as athletes go. That his RAS score was 10.0. That's how you can get. That's what Mike Washington got. And so I told you that Dennis Sutton jumped higher and farther than the guy at running back with a 10.0 perfect score. So there's something there with Dennis Sutton that we need to go back and look at. So I couldn't leave him off the list.
So with this list, you're saying that Mike Washington Jr. is RB2.
Guess so. I guess so.
That's where I'm getting from.
I'm still not sold on the running backs, but I decided to go with the guy that had the best workout. So he's de facto number 2. I think there's no one touching Jeremiah Love. I think he's far and away better than everybody in this class. And this may be why I'm not so high on the rest of the running backs, because I'm so high on Jeremiah Love that they don't compare.
Well, I'll say this about running backs. There's always been that one guy that stands out. right? So when it gets to that 2 through 5, 2 through 8 range, we kind of gotta take our goggles off a little bit and be like, okay, we gotta see who's who. That's why I think
Yeah.
Randall is my number 2 running back.
Adam Randall from Clemson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. 6'2", 220, I think. Measured off real good. I did not realize he was that tall. So shout out to Adam Randall on that. Or that big for that matter. But I had to look into him a little bit. I do like Adam Randall. Don't know where I would rank him. I'll probably sit down and watch these running backs and give you a top 10 a little bit later. Let's talk about some of the guys that not necessarily the next guys on the list, but just some notable guys that were at the combine. This is the offensive guys. We're gonna start off with Garrett Nussmeier. He looked pretty good out there passing. It was confirmed that he did have an oblique injury, a rare oblique injury is what they're calling it. Russell Maryland's son, R.J. Maryland, tight end from USC, had a strong workout. Damon Claiborne, running back from Wake Forest, he is what he is, fast.
Yep.
Jalen Green, another guy setting records out there at the combine. I don't know what to do with this guy. I mean, I don't think he's a quarterback, but I don't want him to change positions. I mean, maybe somebody can fix him. Taylor Green, I'm hoping for the best for you. Eli Heidenreich, 6 foot, 206. People trying to say he's a fullback. Dude's a running back. He looked good out there. Bryce Lance from North Dakota State, wide receiver, looked good. Zachariah Branch, wide receiver, Georgia, looked good. Shout out to Logan Jones, center from Iowa. I think he earned himself some money. He went probably from a day 3 guy to a day 2 guy.
Definitely.
Drew Aller, arm, a lot stronger than I thought. Strong arm guy. Still not sold on him, but I just want to say he had a nice little combine. And Chase Benakis, he showed that he can move a little bit. So, as interior lineman, he might find his way in there on day 2 somewhere. Anything you want to say about any of these guys?
Yeah, Bryce Lance, man, he really surprised me. Like I
He
think
looked good out there.
he could potentially be an early day 3 guy, like maybe day 2 guy, if the teams really like him enough.
He might go late day 2. It only takes one team to fall in love with him, so he might. Zachariah Branch, I like what I saw from him.
With Taylor Green, someone's got to fix that throw mechanic, man. That's the thing. Someone has to fix it.
I think someone might need to look at Garrett Nussmeier's feet placement as well. It's a little off, but I mean maybe it's just nerves or combine or whatever. I haven't never noticed it before. I mean he's a coach's son, so it might be something else going on. Who knows? But yeah, out of these 3 quarterbacks, Nussmeier, Green, and Aller, which one goes first?
Probably Nussmeier.
I think I agree. But man, the arm strength I saw from Aller was impressive. On to the defensive guys. Here we go. Notable non-ranked defensive players. I got Jack Kelly, man. This guy's gonna earn some money. I think he's a good linebacker. He had a good workout. Malachi Lawrence, edge from UCF. I'm kind of up and down on. He was solid. He wasn't nothing. He didn't jump off the screen in UCF, so him having this strong combine kind of surprised me. Charles Demings from Stephen F. Austin. How is he still at Stephen F. Austin? He had a really strong combine. His athletic score was almost a 10.0 as well. They need to find out why he never transferred up. What happened there?
Maybe
Jalen Kilgore, South Carolina, nice little workout. Bud Clark, awesome workout. And I put the 2 corners, Terrio Pride Jr. and Dacario Davis, both guys, 6'4" corners, look like Seattle Seahawks corners to me.
Yep.
Tall guys, fast guys as well. So, yeah, want to talk them up. What's your thoughts on the guys on the list?
Yeah, Bud Clark, man, he's a hard hitter. Reminds me of Buda Baker a little bit. I think Kobe Bryant gone. Seattle might want to look at this guy. Just a little bit. Just let you know a little bit. Malachi Lawrence, he had a good combine. Like we came into the combine asking what can he do, and he showed us. He's athletic. He can bend. He's fast. So he earned himself maybe a day 2 pick.
Yeah, probably so. I need to find out why it didn't look like that in game. Like, is he not focused? Does he have is the motor run low? Like, what's going on? So, is he not strong? Maybe that's it.
Could be.
It's just, huh?
Yeah, he could be. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I like to dig more into it. Uh, Finally, here we go, guys. How many quarterbacks should be ranked? What's deeper, wide receiver or defensive line? And if you don't want to say defensive line, what's deeper, edge or D tackle? I think those are the two deeper positions in the draft. Let me know what your top 10 players are and who's your number one player overall. And where would you rank Reese? And what position would you have him at? Like I said, he worked out with linebackers and did not work out with edges, but he said he's going to play edges next level. He said that himself. So you guys tell me what you think. That's our top 65. Uh, that's 2 rounds plus one. Tyler, any thoughts before we shut this thing down?
They got the draft in a couple days, in a couple weeks. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be dropping some more videos. We just dropped the mock draft. Check it out. We got to do another one. But yeah, that's it, man.
That's all we got, guys. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. Tell us who your team is and who are they going to be picking in the first round. Who do we leave off our big board? Who do we have way too high? Tell me who's too high. Caleb Banks or Daryl Jackson Jr., probably my two favorite defensive tackles in the ranking right now. Let me know in the comment section, man. We out.